Hello everyone and welcome back to another video where today I'll be doing an updated setup tour because it's been a few months since I've done one, and yeah, so I've decided to do another one, and this time I'm going to be showing you around other parts of my room, which is pretty much my setup, because usually I just focus on the computers, but no, not this time, and I'll be giving kind of a backstory on some of the things. So let's jump right into it, starting off with this corner just here, where some of the Hot Wheels cars I have are, those days are long gone though. Those are just there for pure display, that's it. Anyway, up here we also have a photo of a Ferrari Enzo, because why not? So yeah, there's the Hot Wheels thing. Here is my racing wheel, the Logitech G29. It's very nice. I use it with my PC and my PS4 when I bring it up here, and sometimes my PS3, which is very solid. It's a GT Mini Art racing stand, which is very nice. We also have the driving force shifter, and here are the pedals as well, the 3-pedal layout, as you'd expect. We also have a mid-2009 iMac here. I only have this in my room because all the other places in my house I don't have space for it. I can't put it under the house because it's moist down there, so I don't want it ruining the computer, and I can't put it in my storage area because there's lots of spiders, and I don't want this computer to die, because this is really what kick-started the setup. This is the first computer that I really had. This is the kind of the first tower, all in one. Yeah, first desktop computer, I guess you could call it that. And this was actually, I got the, I'm going to give you the backstory now. I got this at the beginning, no, kind of a quarter of the way through last year, in 2018, when my school was throwing it out, and I got it for free, so yeah, that's very nice. And yeah, it's a pretty slow computer, but with 3 gigabytes of RAM, what can you expect? Anyway, up here we have an array of RC cars. All of them are RC. They're very slow, so they make great models, and that's why I have so many of them. You'll find all of the controllers here. There's the other part of my Hot Wheels collection, which I'm not going to show you. We also have some just electronic stuff. There's a soldering iron here. We have my toolkit. We have another Lamborghini case for my phone that I got for free, which is very nice. And then up here we have a few more RC cars. And then here is the ultimate RC car of mine, the Armour Fury BLX. And yeah, 1 to 10 scale RC truck, top speed of 100 kilometers an hour, which is very good. There's the old battery for it. The new battery I got, that's charging right now in my Sky RC B6AC Plus V2 fast charger. And yeah, it's very good. And the charger got fixed recently by Tridepth Bear, so drop him go subscribe to him, because he fixed this for me, which, yes, subscribe. Okay, anyway, besides that, yeah, I also have plates on it because why not? Here is my 918. I still need to fix it up since the last time I drove it, which was about a week ago. I did a bit of hard driving and it ripped off the front plates and knocked the front headlight out, but that's all good. I fixed that up. We have the Porsche 70th anniversary stickers on it. We also have the drift tires just here, if you can even see that, and the controller, as well as a spare battery. One of the batteries is already inside of it. Down here, a few more RC cars, and then down here is the user guide to the BLX. So I still keep this because I need to know how to put it in separate modes. Here's the mode chart. It's quite a process, and it's hard to remember. We also have my RC car just here with a Proline sticker on it, because yeah. And in here we have a couple of bolts, stuff. We have a spur gear, I think it is, and then we have a couple of shocks, a shock thing, whatever they are, Then we have a couple of these things, Allen wrenches as well, or whatever they are, I don't know. And we have a bit of burnt rubber from when I did a burnout on this with my BLX. Fun times. Anyway, away from the RC cars now, in this section, we can now kind of focus our way onto this section where we have my alarm, which is an iPod. It's just an iPod 4. It's a cracked screen, 64 gig. That's my alarm, because I don't like having my phone turned on during the night, so it's just more convenient to have that as my alarm. In here, we have a bunch of phones and iPads and stuff, because I used to, I really liked Apple back then, so I have a bunch of random tech, and no, I didn't overpay for these. I got these for real cheap. I got this phone for free. I got these two for a combined price of $30. Got this for free, paid $10 for that. I think it was a a really slow computer for that. This was probably the most expensive at $100. I paid $50 for that. I got this, this was my first ever piece of technology. I got it in 2009. It's an iPod Touch 2. The backlight's broken, but apart from that, it works fine, so that's a keeper. This was $200, I think? Yeah, $200. And then this was $6.70. This was $400, I think? This was my iPad Air 1. I used this for a bunch of video editing back in the day. And then the iPad mini just there was $49, and then this one was free. So yeah, that's all of that. And then over here we have a bunch of boxes. We have a bit of RAM. I think I have some spare iPhone parts in this box. So that's there. Around here we just have a bunch of dongles and stuff. My AirPods. And all of that. 3 laptops there, MacBook, a white one, white MacBook, and a MacBook Pro at the bottom. So besides that is a PS3 controller and just a bunch of assignments and stuff just there, so I know what's due and stuff. It's a decent system. We also have a few USBs there. But here is the main setup. Oh, actually, no. I'm missing something. My cameras. Because too many times people ask, oh, this is where that lanyard went. I wanted to find that. So in here we have my action camera gear. We also have the case. Sorry if it's a bit dark, actually. I'll just... Hopefully that's a bit better. We also have my Rode Video Go mic. What did you call it? Thing? I don't know. We also have an aux cord for that. We have a phone tripod, which is very useful. We have a mini camera bag and a big camera bag for my camera just there. To start off the camera lineup, we have a DSLR, which is a Canon 300D. Then we have my main camera, which is my Canon 80D. Absolutely awesome camera. I have an 18 to 135mm lens on it with a polarizer and all, which is very nice. We have a Canon SX400 IS next to that, which is a terrible camera. And then we have my action camera, which is a 360 720p HD action camera, which is very nice. We also have my UV filter and my battery, as well as just a random viewfinder cover, I think they're called. I'm not too sure. And then we also have the box for the 80D. So that's my camera situation. Now, here's my setup. Here's the actual setup itself, and I'll run you through a bit of backstory with some of the stuff here as well. So we'll start off with under the desk, where we actually have some hideous cable management. I need to get cable raceways. I don't know when it will happen, but it will eventually. Through here we have a spare HDMI cable connected to my monitor for, say, if I want to bring my PS3 up, or PS4, Xbox or something, I can just plug it into here and I'll be all good. Over here we have my 2 chargers. That's a 5 watt, that's a 10 watt. We have my iMac power cable, we have my MacBook Pro charger. This is my racing wheel cable, and the rest of the stuff is for the PC. Speaking of which, here's the PC. It has an Intel i5 8600K. We also have a USB hub just there. Hopefully the camera's focusing. Like I said, it's a bit dark, so you won't be able to see much. Here's inside, where we have the rear-facing fan, which is very nice. You can see that just there. We also have my CPU cooler, 16 gigs of RAM. We have the Volkswagen stuff, because, yeah, I own a VW, so there's a model of the same car I own, as well as the logo, which is very nice. We also have the power supply, the graphics card, of course. It's a GTX 1060 6GB overclock edition, which is very, very nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the PC. Yeah, so all in all, great computer, absolutely great, really like it, loving what it's doing. And we also have the red RGB strip, because why not? You need a bit of RGB in your life, come on. Next we'll move on to this iMac, and you may be wondering, why do you have a 10-year-old iMac on your 2019 setup? That is simply because I found this computer in a council cleanup pile, and it was going to be that computer. That computer would still be up here if I hadn't found it, and well, I'm very glad I did find this, because it's an absolutely awesome computer. It may not do much, it can't even edit 60 frames per second video, but it has 8GB of RAM, and I think it's 3.06 GHz Intel i5, which is not bad actually. And it's a proper thick boy. Look at that, it's proper thick. But all aluminium back. It's very nice. One cable, that's it. Which is a lot neater than my PC setup, but I suppose with that comes a lack of performance. But yeah, I'm not complaining. I found it on the side of the street. It has a 1TB hard drive. The disk just needed to be reformatted, and yeah, I was pretty much good to go. So, awesome thing. Really like using it. Although it's not really the most practical thing. Yeah, I pretty much just use it for writing essays and stuff. That's pretty much its only use, really. And watching videos. No, this is the other thing I do with it. I kind of switch it around, so it kind of acts as a mini YouTube thing, or a TV, and so I can just sit in my bed and watch Grand Tour, or whatever, which is very nice. I just watch a bit of Netflix on there. Here's my other Apple-related computer. It's a 2016 MacBook Pro with the Touch Bar, which has a 256 gigabyte SSD, which is not enough storage. Trust me, if you're going to get one of these, get 512 minimum. I've gone through so much storage, especially on a Pro machine, because as you can see, I have all of these, Premiere Pro, Photoshop and all. But yeah, it's a pretty decent computer for what it does. It's pretty good at what it does. However, it's just a bit overpriced, really. But if you can find one on eBay for a good deal, or Amazon or something, go ahead. It's a pretty nice computer. I don't really like the keyboard too much. The trackpad is, honestly, Apple make the best trackpads in the industry. It's just, they work so well. They're just so natural. You're so used to the gestures, even if you've never used a MacBook. This is my favorite part of this computer. It's just this trackpad. And yes, I know a lot of people say the touch bar is a gimmick, but personally, it's just pretty much a gimmick. So people are correct. That's enough of that computer though. Let's move on to my PC. Yeah. I'll run you through all of the things I have. So pretty much speakers, Logitech Z213s. Z213s. That's the one. I always forget the name. They're very, 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 very good speakers for $29. Honestly, it comes with a subwoofer, and the sound quality. It is awesome. The bass, it's just awesome sound quality. Trust me. Get these if you're into budget speakers that sound really good. They're mind blowing. The monitor is a BenQ RL2455. Esports gaming monitor, I think. I can't quite remember the exact name. Ooh, just gonna empty the trash. But yeah, it's a very color accurate monitor. It's 24-inch, so yeah, I'll just do this. As you can see, color stays the same, which is very, very good. It's an awesome monitor. 60 Hz though, which is a bit, but it's overclockable to 80 if you so desire. But yeah. After that, we have my Xbox controller, which if I bring over here, you will be able to see has custom joysticks and custom rear parts in navy blue after I destroyed my limited edition Forza controller. So that was nice. Here is my keyboard, which is the Corsair K70 Mark II. And this is kind of a special edition because I'm pretty sure most of them come with the MX Reds, the Cherry MX Reds, but this one comes with browns, which is very nice. I like the MX browns a lot more. It's a very nice keyboard. If you're into ASMR, alright, that's good. So yeah, that's the keyboard. I kind of have it on this little red and white preset because that's what I like. The mouse is also by Corsair. It's the Saber RGB, and it has 4 RGB spots. So the scroll wheel, the logo here on the side, which is actually the tracking speed, and at the front. So I've made it so when you click, it's white, which I like a lot because you can kind of see it in the reflection. Hello. And we also have the Kensington mouse pad because I'm not scratching this lovely mouse on this thing right here. Which actually I haven't talked about the desk, which is a custom beechwood desk. It's very expensive, so that's why I have this on it, because I'm not getting it scratched and everything. It's the last thing I'd want to happen. But yeah, that's kind of it for the setup. Let me know what you like about it, what you don't like about it, what you think I should change, apart from the cable management, which I'm going to do eventually. And yeah, that's all be it for the video, so goodbye.